morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Parra, Editor-in-Chief of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Today is our Authors Network Spotlight, and I have a couple of my contributing writers coming in to share with you about the writer's process, some of the wonderful things that they got going on in their literary work, as well as tapping into self-care, because as authors out there, and a lot of you authors that are out there, you're going to really know what I'm talking about. You forget about self-care. You get stuck in what they say, life be lifing. Y'all get stuck in life be lifing, and you don't take care of yourself. So we're going to share with you a few tips on how to give yourself grace when you are in that writing process. So let me go ahead and bring my contributing writers on in. Hey, what's going on, Jeffrey?
What up, though, everybody? How y'all feeling?
And hey, Stephanie's in the house.
No.
Welcome. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to take center stage with you all today. We are on the Own It publishing platform, Own It magazine and publishing platform. And again, this is Phoenix Fitness Fanatics. So we're going to get right on into it. I would just like you to Jeffrey, please introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you're from, a little bit about what you do, and some of the work that you got out there as well.
All right, from Detroit, Michigan. I'm an author, 4 published books. Check out my latest book, JLE Daily Devotionals, on Amazon. Have 2 albums out. Look up Jeffrey Lamont or Jeffrey L. Edwards, and you'll find my music. Journalist, I write an article for LinkedIn. I'm a CEO host of 3 shows, Middle Ground with JLE, my interview show, help people find their purpose. The Sports Line with JLE and Marte, talk a lot of trash sports. All Detroit sports, a rocket, and my social panel show, Ground Floor, where we cover all topics in the world. Check me out, LinkedIn, Jeffrey Edwards, or Instagram, Middle Ground Jelly.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeffrey. All right, Steph, please let everybody know who you are and what you do as well, and some of your work that you've done out there.
Yeah, my name is Stephanie. I own Write by Steph, which is a full-service professional writing and editing agency. I also own the Collinsville Daily News, which is my area's only paywall-free digital newspaper that covers everything in English and Spanish. And then I also have 3 books that I have written that are self-help books and resource books. Then I have also been in an anthology, and I also just edited the Unsnapped Women's Edition anthology with Tiffany as the visionary authors.
Yes, awesome. Yes, and look, Unsnapped actually hit number 3 on the national bestseller list for Amazon. So way to go, Unsnapped Women's. And then Jeffrey here is actually in the men's edition that's coming out in June. So definitely keep ear out and eye out for that. And if you haven't gotten the women's edition yet, please go out and get that download so you can learn that power of the pause and really learn how to get your calm on. Okay, so that's out. It just came out last week, and you can find that on Amazon under Unsnapped. It is number 1 new release in anger management. So again, if you're looking to just get calm, cool, and collected, you definitely want to tap into that. So let's talk about it, because like, y'all just told me that you do a whole heck of a lot, and writing in itself is kind of a beast, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. Through ebbs and flows, you go through some emotional stuff sometimes as well, just depending on what you're writing about, and and sometimes it's just going through life, right? So let's talk about self-care. What does self-care look like for you guys? And let's give the audience some tips on how to just be able to stop, and really just take some time for themselves and not worry about, oh, we got to get this out. Yes, you're going to get it out. You put the date out there. You're going to get it out there, but give yourself some grace. If you're maybe a day or something off, we actually did have to push ours out just a little bit because of some things that were going on in the background, and it's okay. It's okay. We got it out. And we still made the bestseller list. So, Jeffrey, let's start with you. What does self-care look like for you? Just juggling everything you do, 3 shows, being a
Yeah.
musician, an author. I mean, just everything. So, what does that look like for you?
Man, for me, sometimes I watch cartoons to take my mind off stuff. I listen to music, work out, or just sit quiet. Don't
Mm,
think. Sometimes you need that. Just let your mind slow down, relax,
right.
recharge.
It's that pause, right? And
Hmm.
I love that you said cartoons too, because I watch
Absolutely.
cartoons sometimes as well. Just getting a chance to get into that inner child. And what's your favorite cartoon?
Wow. So many of late. Marvel probably be Avengers cartoon.
Avengers. Okay, okay. See, I'm gonna take us back. My favorite cartoon, even still today, is the He-Man and She-Ra.
What? Oh my goodness! That what you?
I just look. I just
Yeah, yeah. I was
and
talking
his
about.
little buddy that he had, his little buddy that came with him everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, you know they making a movie.
Stop it. I didn't
Yes,
know.
they are making a movie finally.
Wow. Wow.
Not that one from '87. No, don't count that. Don't count
No,
that one.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'll even take time. Look, I like to color. I'll take time just to color.
Okay,
And even
that's dope.
and in our last books, we've got some color pictures in there for people to relax because
Nice.
it really does keep you calm, right? What about you, Steph? Like, what does self care look like for you? Because
Gosh,
you got a lot going on.
mindless YouTube, old videos, old commercials. If it's the 70s or the 80s, I can just go down that rabbit hole. Uh, gosh, all the old Warner Brother cartoons, Scooby Doo,
Nice.
all of
Yes,
them.
Yes.
I
Fat
love it.
Albert.
Oh
Wow.
yes, that album
So
was
there you go.
great.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah,
see you,
look,
Steph.
Bush Mouth.
Yep.
I see you.
And sleeping. I love to sleep when I really need to shut my brain off
Yeah.
and forget about what's going on behind me. Sleep is the best thing I can do.
Yeah. And sometimes people like they have such a hard time even shutting their mind off to be able to get
Yes.
some good sleep. So I think just, maybe even finding that time like okay, this time of the day every day I'm going to just shut off everything and lay down,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know for me I get up early. I mean the alarms go off at, 3:15, 3:30 in the morning. So I'm up. So when 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock comes, if 9 o'clock at night comes, I'm out. That's the time, And I think yes, getting a sleep schedule is so 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 important, and
And sleeping
walking.
actually helps clear your mind. That's when old, unnecessary junk gets wadded up and taken to the trash. So,
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when your body heals too, right? It's you have to just take that time to just rest, and even get outside if you can get outside and get in the sun. Get outside and get some of that vitamin D.
Yeah.
'Cause that is
Need
so
that.
energizing, just letting it just get on your face and hey, you know what? Put some sunscreen on. I don't care if it's even a little, if it's overcast, you want to put that sunscreen on still to protect
Mm-hmm.
your skin. Because we know those rays are still coming down on us. And also wearing those sunglasses when you're out too, because our eyes they are affected by that too. So what do you guys got coming up? What is coming up? Because I know that that you guys got projects and things. So Jeffrey, what's coming up for you?
um, I've taken on the venture of writing a comedy movie. I had an idea 2 weeks ago, and the characters have crazy names. The main character is an aspiring rapper. I'm just gonna give you his name. Just get an idea how crazy the names are. Little Bed Rest. See, right there. You gonna hit on names like what?
Like
I
what?
wasn't high, folks. I wasn't high. I was sober. So just to let you know, like, was that dude high making? No, wasn't high at all. Nothing like that. No, nothing like that at all. I just want to make some crazy outlandish names that you hear, you just start that laughing. Inspiration was Ice Cube and his Friday movie. Like, well, if he wrote a movie, I could write a movie. You just got to research.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot wait. That is going to be great.
So you see Free Little Bed Rest. That's what I'm talking. That's the main character. Hashtag Free Little Bed Rest.
Wow. That's huge right there. I mean, that takes like some courage to just like to write. You can write a movie. I mean, you're taking it. I mean, just leaps and bounds out of the book.
Jumping over the cliff into the ocean, like.
Hey, right?
That's why he likes those superhero cartoons, because he wants to be a superhero.
That's right.
Man, I wish I could for what I be Captain America.
Well, we had already talked about it on another show because Jeff here is on his fitness journey right now too. And,
Black Thor coming.
He gonna be the Black Thor. He getting the hammer, the wig. He's going out there.
Baby oil is coming.
Get ready
the
for
tank top,
Thor,
the cape, the hammer, the long blonde wig. I'm gonna be one of the pretty ignorant people when I lose this weight. They gonna like, I'm sick of you. Thank you. I've arrived now. So over the top.
I love your imagination. Oh my gosh.
I'm doing the Fabio too. Record me, please. Slow mo. Yeah.
As he's doing this, look, his hair is going in the wind.
I'm just gonna be like, I can't stand it. He should have never lost weight. Like, Black Thor, thank you from Asgard. Call me Jeff Thor's son.
Steph, what do you got coming up? I know you got some things coming up as well. What is going on?
Besides all my day-to-day stuff, I'm getting caught up on articles, but I'm going to start a children's book this year.
Awesome.
I'm going to start my first children's book this year. I would like to have it out by the fall.
Okay.
We'll see. I have to decide what grade level I want to write it for. Right now, I've got the word lists for fourth graders, but that might be a little bit longer of a book than I want to write. I haven't decided yet, because fourth graders are way smarter than fourth graders were when I was in school. So, and they read a lot harder stuff. So. Yeah.
Oh, these kids these days, man, they are little geniuses.
Yeah.
I was looking at, it was something online, and it was a newborn, and even like the newborn like sitting up and stuff, looking around already. I'm like, wait, what happened? Like, they know how to hold their head. Like, yes, what's going on? But no, these kids are just, they're brilliant. I mean, they know how to use all this technology, and it's just wild. So, oh my gosh, that is going to be so great. So what is the book going to be about?
It's going to be about, it's going to just be basic what different technology things are and how to use them appropriately, because not just ChatGPT, which I'm a huge proponent against, but even some of these chat rooms and different things. And there's just so much danger out there for kids when they're not supervised with technology. So introducing them early to what some of the basic concepts are, how you can use technology appropriately and how not to use it.
Wow, that's really important, and just so important to show them, some of the things to look at out there, because there are so many people in the background that are targeting our kids, and they may think that they're talking to another kid, and they're not talking to another kid. So even learning, some of the language that they can, just pick up on, right? So then they know, wait, this isn't another fourth grader I'm talking to. This is something else, So very, very important. So I'm so excited that you're doing that. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's got on paper. I didn't write your paper and get an opportunity to talk about that.
Well, and even the paper, let's talk about that a little bit too, the newspaper stuff, because we were talking backstage, as well. And, when you have to show up out there, I mean, again, I commend you and all of the newspaper owners out there, because you guys put yourselves in a line of fire that I would not put myself in, to tell you the truth. So, let's talk a little bit about that. Just some of the things that come up, as a business, or as a newspaper business owner, and maybe some of the things that people can do to, kind of navigate around a little bit.
People just need to learn facts are facts, opinions are opinions. You have to know where each one is, and a good sign of a fact-based article is direct quotes.
Yeah.
If you're seeing direct quotes, that tells you that from other people, that tells you that there's research involved, or people actually said something that they want to be heard. A big issue is someone will say, well, I didn't say that. Well, yeah, you did, because you're on recording. And now,
yeah.
And then just understanding freedom of the press. I have had opportunities where people want to buy me out to silence me, and I will not cave. I will not fall.
There you go.
The community needs a paper, and I will provide that. If it's a labor of love, I do not get paid to do this right now.
Wow, definitely a labor of love, and just having that service heart, to get everybody the news that they deserve. I mean, and again, news is good, bad, ugly, and everything in between. And you do have the freedom of speech, and I'm so glad that you said that, though, about the direct quotes. When people are reading these articles, when you're looking at that, don't go after, just because it says something that you don't agree on. Don't go after the newspaper owner, or the journalist that wrote that. Don't go after anybody. I mean, it's someone's opinion, and just, again, like, take that time to pause, right? I mean, just pause and take it in.
You're like superhero.
I mean, if it's something that you don't like, just move on.
The pause is the cause.
Right? I mean, it really is. It goes right back to that. So, wow. Well, I'm glad that you're not going to quit. I'm glad that you just, that you have the, courageousness to just, hey, like, I'm not backing down. I'm going to share the news, and I'm going to continue to do this, and hopefully there's some people out there listening that maybe you are an aspiring journalist, or, someone that does want to bring, the news back to your area, because I know that a lot of these things, a lot of the newspapers are going away. And it's sad, because people aren't getting a lot of their local news anymore. And some of the news that they are getting are coming from other areas, other places that are looking from here, and they're not getting it right. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a conference last summer where a journalist had her article scraped by an offshore AI newspaper, and they kind of just put everything in a blender, and they got everything wrong, misattributing quotes and doing different things. And so always look for multiple articles on the same topic. Yeah. Which, unfortunately, with the things I write about, no one else is covering the topics I'm covering. So that also puts me in a unique position where I can't say, fine, go read this article and see if it's saying the same thing. I don't have that luxury. And then also, people get so fixated on what's going on in the national news. What's going on in your backyard is actually more important.
It is.
And it's going to affect you a lot more. There are politicians out there that they want absolutely nothing but to mimic national leaders and take everything away from you. And if you're not looking, and that's kind of why I'm so gung-ho right now, because that's what my community is dealing with.
Wow. Well, keep on fighting that fight, Steph, and
stand 10 toes down.
Everyone the correct news that they deserve. Absolutely.
You want to do it?
For anybody out there that is just wanting to share their story, wanting to, start a newspaper, wanting to become a journalist, what's some words of wisdom, words of encouragement that we can give them to just, for me, I just say, just start,
Exactly. Just start. I mean, I've got a whole sports department right now that I never would have thought I had it. just because a couple engineering students at my local college needed to get press credentials to be able to do their project for their courses this summer. And so we've been working together for 6 months. They've got their credentials and they've gotten to go to some high profile events. They have professional athletes following them now. I've got professional athletes following my page a little bit. And
Nice.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. And look, you got to tap into your resources. I mean, you have students that can come and be like interns and things like that. They need hours.
Yep.
For them to get their degrees and things like that, and just finish certain classes. So that is so awesome. I mean, and that's a great tip for people out there that, might be really struggling because they just got too much going on for themselves and they really want to come over here and do this. They do have resources. Just tap in.
And even like for little kids, grade school and middle school and high school, I ran a 4-H journalism club for a while where they had their own little 4-page newspaper quarterly that they did the articles, they did the interviews, they took the pictures. Since it was during COVID, I had to lay it out myself, but otherwise they did all the work. They found the advertisers and they loved it.
That is so cool. I love that. And you're giving them the opportunity to learn. That's really dope, right? That is awesome. So what's the words of wisdom or encouragement? We'll start with you, Jeff.
Anything you do, have integrity. Because I came from the old school. You only got your word and your name. And that is truly important.
Yeah.
You never know who might know who down the road, and if you sucker because you don't want to be real. Don't mess with them, man. I had this experience back in 25, and it's 2030 now. They're like, man, don't mess with them because you did some sucker stuff. So you have integrity all the time, like Captain America, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that person that go work with them, they don't.
Right.
You never know what God might use to help you. So keep your name right. Stamp something.
I love it. Keep that name right, y'all. Seriously. Learn how to show up right. Love that, Jeff. Thank you. Steph, take us home. What's your words of wisdom, words of encouragement?
Just don't be afraid to try. If it helps you stay focused, work on different lengths of projects at once. Don't think you have to work on your long length biography 40 hours a day, 7 days a week. Work on that a little bit. Work on smaller articles for literary magazines or for trade journals. Work on your website writing. Have a blog. LinkedIn is getting to be a big place for articles now, just as Jeffrey said. So don't feel like you have to work on just one thing from start to finish. Work on a variety of things. It'll get you thinking about different angles for each of your projects.
Love that. Keep a variety, y'all. It definitely keeps the brain fresh for sure. Well, you guys, I just want to thank you so much for being a part of the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics family. I just absolutely adore both of you. Jeff, I've had a chance to I started out on your show as a guest on your show, and a couple years later, we're still working together, sharing, magic out there. Steph, you know what? You have been just awesome. I mean, look, if y'all are looking for a resource to help you out with a book, help you with some editing, help you with, typesetting, things like that, definitely reach out to Steph. Even if you got a dissertation out there, I got a few people out there that are working on their dissertations and working on getting that doctorate done. If you are looking to get that dissertation nice and right,
I gotta have her as a guest on the show.
Definitely. So we have so many resources here at Phoenix Fitness Fanatics. We are not just all about fitness. We are about everything when it comes to elevating the mind, body, and spirit, getting you physically, mentally, spiritually, as well as financially fit. So we love you so much, and we will definitely see you next time. Have an amazing day. Take care.